Be me 25s. Haven't left the house in 4 years. Not a prison but feels like one. Walls are beige, curtains always drawn. It's not that I can't leave physically. Legs work fine, but the moment the front door handle turns, world starts spinning. Lungs compress like they're in a hydraulic press. Vision goes white. Diagnosed with severe agoraphobia and panic disorder. Therapists call it a safety behavior loop. I call it surviving. Live in the in-law suite of my parents' house. They're saints mostly. Mom leaves groceries at the top of the stairs. Dad asks if I'm winning every couple of weeks. I'm not winning, Dad. I'm just not dying. Spend my nights awake, days sleeping. The silence of 3 a.m. is the only time I feel normal. Need money so I don't feel like a total leech. Tote myself to fix vintage electronics. Tube radios, old Walkmans, busted synthesizers. Have a workbench set up in the corner. Soldering iron, magnifying glass, smell of ozone and dust. It's peaceful. Machines make sense. If a capacitor is blown, you replace it. If a connection is loose, you bridge it. People aren't like that. People are loud, unpredictable, and they stare. Business is all mail-in. They ship broken junk to a P.O. box my dad checks. I fix it, print a label, Dad ships it back. Ghost in the machine. One Tuesday, Dad drops a box on the stairs. Heavy one this time, son. Bring it down to the lab. Open it up. It's a mess. Vintage reel-to-reel tape recorder, 1960s ACA. Smells like mildew and stale cigarettes. Note inside. Handwritten on yellow legal pad paper. Messy scrawl, ink smudged in places. Found this in my grandfather's attic. He recorded his jazz sessions on it. Won't turn on, please help. L. Usually I just invoice and ship. But something about the note feels desperate. I plug it in. Nothing. Pop the back opens. It's a graveyard of melted belts and corroded circuits. Should be a total loss. But I start working. Spend 3 nights just cleaning the heads with isopropyl alcohol. Sourcing rubber belts from a supplier in Germany. Rewiring the power supply. 2 weeks pass. I'm obsessed with this machine. Finally flip the switch. VU meters light up warm orange. Spools turn. Thread the tape provided in the box. Press play. Room fills with static, then a saxophone. Clear, smoky, alive. I sit there in the dark listening to a dead man play jazz. Tack it up with extra bubble wrap. Write a note on the invoice. Belts were melted, replaced capacitors, sounds beautiful, enjoy. Ship it. Think that's the end of it. 2 weeks later. Another box. This one is smaller. A beat-up Polaroid camera and a smashed 1980s Casio keyboard. Another yellow note. You're a wizard. My grandfather sounded like he was in the room. I cried, thank you, can you save these two? I trust you. L. I look at the smashed keys. Plastic is cracked. This is trash. But she said she trusts me. I start working. Fixing the plastic with epoxy, sanding it down. Painting the cracks to look like gold veins. Kintsugi for cheap synthesizers. Send it back. This becomes a rhythm. Every month a box from L. Broken clocks, a water-damaged Game Boy, a lamp with faulty wiring. She's buying junk at flea markets and sending it to me. Notes get longer. Found this at a yard sale. Guy said it was haunted, probably just a short circuit. My cat knocked this over, he's an agent of chaos. Please forgive him. It's raining today, do you like rain? I like how it drowns out the city noise. I start replying. Just on the invoices at first. Rain is good, static noise for the world. Cat is forgiven, wiring reinforced. 6 months of this. I know her name is Lena's. I know she works at a bakery because one box smelled like cinnamon and yeast. I know she's lonely too, in a different way. She's surrounded by people but connects with broken things. One night in October's, Dad comes down. Someone S at the door for you. Freezing cold dread. Who? Girl says she has a delivery too fragile to mail. Panic spikes to 1010 instantly. Heart hammering against my ribs like a trapped bird. Tell her to leave it, tell her I'm sick. Dad sighs, I tried. She says she needs to show you how to open it so it doesn't break. I'm shaking. Can't breathe. Go to the basement window. It's a ground-level slit, looks out at the driveway. I see boots. Doc Martens scuffed. Tapping impatiently. I text my dad, please just take it. He does. I hear the door close. Wait an hour until I'm sure she's gone. Go upstairs, grab the box. Bring it down. It's a phonograph. Cylinder player 1905, Edison standard. Incredible condition. Note attached. I know you're in there, your dad is a terrible liar. He said you were sick but I heard soldering. It's okay, I just wanted to say thanks in person. P.S. The spring is snapped. I feel like a coward. Also feel seen. Fix the spring. Takes a week, the steel is dangerous, can slice your hand open if it uncoils. My hands are steady. Mind is a storm, hands are stone. Pack it up. Can't mail this, too heavy, too delicate. I have to text her. She put her number on the last note. Stare at the phone for 40 minutes. Type it's fixed, you can pick it up, leave it on the porch. Send. Reply comes in 10 seconds. On my way. Panic again. I watch from the window. Old Toyota Corolla pulls up. She gets out. Wild curly hair, oversized denim jacket. She walks to the porch. I'm hiding behind the curtain like a creep. She puts a bag on the porch. Doesn't knock. Just stands there for a second looking at the house. Waves at the window. She knows I'm watching. I duck down. Heart beating so loud I can hear it in my ears. She leaves. I retrieve the phonograph, swap it for the bag she left. Inside the bag, a fresh loaf of sourdough bread, a jar of homemade jams, and a disposable camera. Note on the cameras. Take a picture of your workspace. I want to see where the magic happens. No pressure. L. I eat the breads. It's the best thing I've tasted in years. I look at the cameras. It sits on my desk for 3 days. Finally, I take a photo of the soldering station. One of the stack of radios. One of my hand holding a screwdriver. One of the view from my basement window, just grass and sky. Leave the camera on the porch the next week with a finished repair. She develops them. Sends prints back with the next box. She included photos of herself. Her in the bakery, flour on her nose. Her holding the cat, fat ginger tabby. Her standing in front of my house, giving a thumbs up. She's beautiful. Not in a model way, in a real, messy, vibrant way. I stick the photo of her on my wall. Next note. I have a project, not an object, me. My car radio is busted. Can you come out to the driveway and look? I promise I won't bite. Hard no. Cannot do it. Type I can't come out, sorry. Reply, okay, can I pull the car up to the garage door? You stay inside, I'll open the hood, you tell me what to do from the window. Compromise. I agree. Saturday afternoon. She pulls up, backs the car right up to the garage door. I open the garage door but keep the screen down. I'm in the shadows. She's in the sun. She pops the trunk dash area. She's wearing a t-shirt that says NASA, but the letters are peeling. Hi, she says, voice is lighter than I expected. Hi, I croak, haven't used my voice much. I guide her through checking the fuses. Red wire to the left, no, the other left. I'm colorblind when I'm nervous, she laughs. She laughs a lot. It bounces off the concrete floor of the garage. We fix it. Radio comes on. Static, then classic rock. She does a little victory dance in the drive. I smile. First time I've smiled at another human in 4 years. She walks up to the screen. Can't see me clearly, just my outline. You have a nice voice, she says. It's rusty, I say. Matches the radios, she says. She puts her hand on the screen mesh. I put my hand on the other side. Inch of separation. Heat radiating through. I'm Lena, she says. I'm Dan, I say. Nice to meet you, Dan, properly. She leaves. I sit on the garage floor for an hour. Exhausted like I just ran a marathon. But I didn't die. Progress. We start doing garage hangouts. She comes over on Tuesdays. Sits in the driveway in a lawn chair. I sit just inside the open garage door. She brings coffee. Talks about her day, the rude customers, the weather. I talk about circuits, the history of recording, the silence. She doesn't ask why I don't come out. She just exists near me. One day it's raining hard. She's shivering in the chair. You're getting soaked, I say. It's just water, she says. Come inside, I say. Words slip out before I can stop them. Brain screams danger. She freezes. Are you sure? Just into the garage, not the house. She picks up her chair and walks into the garage. I back up 5 feet. She sits down near the entrance. Rain drumming on the asphalt outside. Smell of rain and her perfume, vanilla and solder. We sit in silence for a bit. I used to be normal, I say suddenly. What's normal, she asks. Going to stores, driving, walking a dog. Overrated, she says. I drive all day and I hate traffic. I had a panic attack in a supermarket, I tell her. 4 years ago, thought it was a heart attack, passed out in the cereal aisle, woke up in the ambulance, couldn't go back, then I couldn't go to the bank, then the mailbox, then the porch, world kept shrinking. She nods, doesn't look at me with pity, just listening. My world is too big sometimes, she says. Too loud, I feel like I'm vibrating apart. That's why I like the broken things, they just sit there and wait to be fixed. They don't demand anything. She looks at me. You fix things, Dan, you're good at it. I can't fix this, I gesture to my head. Maybe not with a soldering iron, she says. But you're talking to me. You're 5 feet away from a girl who talks too much. That's a repair job in progress. She reaches into her bag, Pulls out a broken Walkman, the very first one I fixed. It broke again, I ask, disappointed. No, she says. I just wanted an excuse to come back the first time. It was working fine. I left. Actually left. She grins. Months pass. Winter turns to spring. I'm sitting closer to the door now. Sometimes I stick a hand out into the sun. Lena brings me brochures for exposure therapy. Not telling you what to do, she says. Just data, you like data. I read them. It's terrifying. But staying in the dark is starting to feel worse than the fear. I want to see where she works. I want to see the cats. I want to hold her hand without a screen in the way. One Tuesday she arrives looking pale. No box. No coffee. My car died, she says. I walked here, it's a mile. What's wrong with it? Alternator, I think. It's stuck at the gas station down the road. She looks defeated. I can't afford a tow truck right now, she whispers. My chest tightens. The mechanic in me overrides the coward. I have a spare alternator, I say, for a Toyota. I stripped it off a wreck Dad bought for parts. I can't install it, she says. I don't have the tools. I look at my tools. I look at the driveways. I look at the road leading away. Down the road, a miles. That's the moon. That's Mars. But she's crying just a little, trying to hide it. I stand up, grab my toolbox, grab the alternators. My hands are shaking so bad the wrenches rattle. Dan, she says. Let's go, I say, voice sounds like a stranger's. I step onto the driveway. Sky is blindingly bright. Wind hits my face like a slap. Knees buckle instantly. I drop to one knee. Vision swims black spots, heart going 200 BPM. Dying, I am dying. Feel a hand on my shoulder. Warm, firm. Breathe, she says. Look at the ground, just the asphalt, don't look at the sky, just the next step. I stare at the cracks in the driveway. Count the pebbles. 1, 2, 3. Stand up. Take a step. Vomit bile into the bushes. It's okay, she says, rubbing my back, get it out. Wipe my mouth. I'm pathetic. You're the bravest guy I know right now, she says. Keep walking. We walk. Every step is a battle. Every car that passes sounds like a bomb. I focus on her boots. Step, step, scuff. Step, step, scuff. It takes us 40 minutes to walk a mile. I'm sweating through my shirt. We get to the gas station. There's her car. I pop the hood. Focus narrows. Engine bolts belt tensioner. World fades away. It's just a machine. I replace the alternator in 10 minutes. Robot modes. Tighten the last bolt. Close the hood. Start it, I say. She turns the key, it roars to life. She jumps out and hugs me. Right there in the gas station parking lot. People watching. I stiffen, then I melt. Bury my face in her hair. Smells like exhaust fumes and vanilla. You did it, she whispers. Then reality hits. I'm a mile from home. Panic tidal wave returns. I need to go back, I gasp. Get in, she says. I get in the passenger seat. She drives me home. The world moving at 30 mph is terrifying, but she holds my hand firmly on the gear stick. Pull into the driveway. I stumble out, run into the garage, into the dark. Collapse on the cool concrete. Safe. She sits down next to me. Passes me a bottle of water. You okay? I'm shaking uncontrollably, adrenaline crash. I hated it, I say. I know. I want to do it again, I say. She smiles, blinding in the dim light. We'll start smaller next time, maybe just to the mailbox. Okay. Maybe to the end of the block. Okay. She kisses my cheek. Soft, quick. See you Tuesday, Dan. She leaves. I sit there touching my cheek. I look at the stack of broken radios. They don't look like company anymore. They just look like things to fix so I can buy dinner for a girl. Start therapy the next week via Zoom. Hard work. Brutal work. But I have a goal. 6 months later, I'm standing in a thrift store. It's loud, smells like dust, fluorescent lights buzzing. Panic is there, buzzing in my pocket like a phone on silent. But I'm managing it. Breathing. Lena is 2 aisles over looking at vinyl records. She holds one up. Herb Alpert, she yells. I cringe but smile. I find a broken toaster from the 50s. Chrome, beautiful curves. I carry it to the counter. Cashier looks at me. Find everything okay? Throat tight. Yes, I say, thank you. Pay with cash. Walk out. Sun is setting. Lena is waiting by the car. She takes my hand. We don't say anything. Don't have to. Get in the car. She drives. I roll down the windows. Let the wind hit my face. It's chaotic, loud, messy. It's not broken. And for the first time in forever, neither am I.